Coming in, you guys, it's day number 10 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. If you are brand new to this, yes, January the 1st, 2022, I decided we're going to do a challenge in 2022 where I get into a bath of icy water. And there's some big old thick ice in here. That's the Morozco Forge, by the way. They're a company that makes an ice bath. It makes its own ice, and it keeps it at a very steady temperature. What do we have today? 32.3 degrees is the temperature of the water today. And we're going to pop in there for 5 minutes. I've been doing this every day since the beginning of the year. Today is the 10th day. And yeah, we're just going to do it. So every day I've been addressing a brand new kind of topic. So today, when I get into the ice, we're going to address why do I do these in the afternoon? Because you may know some people that do these in the morning. Other people do them at various parts of the day. I do mine in the afternoon, and for a perfectly good reason, which I'll tell you about here in a minute. But let's get this show on the road. I'm going to set up the camera, tilt it down as always. I left my timer inside, so let me go back inside, grab that real quick. All right, so I got my timer, you guys. As always, we got the 5 minutes on there. I'm doing 5 minutes. And yeah, by the way, I ran my hand along the bottom today to make sure there was no ice like there was on day 6 where I hurt my toes, which by the way are very well bandaged now. I've got Band-Aids on them. I've got antibiotic cream on there. Please pray that they get better because they're very sore today. But anyway, but there was a big sheet of ice at the bottom again that had sharp little edges. And so I was out here just dropping all this ice, trying to make sure it was all broken up. I do not need to cut my toes again. That was not fun. So, all right, let's get in this bad boy. 5 minutes. And let's turn on the thing and go. Here we go. There's almost a solemnness when you start breathing that deeply to calm yourself. You start to get very calm, very at peace, and you kind of don't want to stop. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit. So why do I do these in the afternoon? A lot of people I know that do the cold plunges, they like to do them in the morning. And a lot of people say they do it in the morning because it helps to invigorate them and wake them up. I actually have noticed, at least for me, that when I get in an ice bath, within a couple of hours after being in very cold temperature water like this, 32.3 degrees today, that I get sleepy. It's almost like some hormones get turned on in my body. And part of that is true. And I notice on my Oura Ring, where I track my sleep and different things, I noticed that after being in the ice bath, my heart rate goes down, obviously my body temperature goes down, and those things are conducive to deeper sleep. And so you'll see it show up in your sleep. But for me, the sleepiness, the tiredness actually kicks in pretty quick. Like, I was in the ice bath yesterday, and I think I was in the bed within an hour after turning off the Instagram live video. And because I was just so sleepy. And it's almost like clockwork that sleepiness kicks in like that. And so the reason I do them in the afternoon, and I've actually done them earlier in the day, there was one day in December when I got in here at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And by 4 o'clock, I was in bed because I was so tired. So I think it's going to be from person to person what the ideal is, whether you want to do it in the morning, do it midday, do it in the afternoon. But for me, the reason I do the afternoon is very simple. I know my body. I know how I react to the cold. And obviously I react very positively to the cold because I get in the bed and I usually get to sleep pretty fast. And then I usually get to sleep pretty deeply as well. And so that's the reason why I go in the afternoon, the reason why this is a ritual about this time of day that's perfect for me and my schedule. I like to get up early in the morning anyway, and so going to bed a little bit early, 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, is no big deal to me. That's pretty normal for me. And then I'm up pretty darn early in the day to get some work done, work on my podcast stuff, work on my book stuff, just do my thing. And that's what we do. So day number 10, you guys, if you're just joining in, of my 365 day, what I'm calling hashtag Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. And trying to show you how normal it can be to do regular bouts of cold thermogenesis, cold therapy, cold immersion, ice baths, whatever you want to call it. I'm 10 seconds away from being in here for 5 minutes. So we're going to start to work our way up. And I will get my head wet, my neck wet, my face wet. And here we go. Woo! Yes, that's a lot of weight sitting on top of me. I promise you, a lot of ice. Woo! All right, let's get inside. Somewhat fix my hair. My hair is a hopeless cause. But yes, daily plunges, guys. Are you starting to feel it? Are you starting to get excited that this is a possibility, that something you can do? Maybe not an ice bath like that, but maybe get into a cold shower on a regular basis. Look, that's my goal. I'm not trying to do anything but just inspire people to do something that has made profound differences in my own life. And yes, the sleep is great. And I've enjoyed, as my body temperature lowers, seeing my heart rate go down when I go to sleep, seeing my body temperature go down, so then I can sleep deeper. Like, I just desire that for everybody. It's so funny, people like, okay, I get in there every day and I do my bath, but like, to what end am I getting the attention? No, I'm literally trying to show people how easy. All right, I think it paused there for a second. Sorry about that. I was saying, I'm literally just trying to show people how easy it can be to implement cold thermogenesis into your life. And I mean, it's very simple and yet so profound. And no, don't let the ice scare you. Don't let the ice intimidate you. I worked my way up to get in an ice bath. And while that's relatively easy, it's still a challenge. Like, my hands, I can't feel my fingers because it was so cold. Now, that was just 5 minutes in there. But work your way up. And if I can normalize this, if I can make it where that people kind of go, all right, I see Jimmy get in there every day. He's not dead. It must be okay. And it gets you to turn the cold water down at the end of your shower for a couple minutes. I feel like I've done my job. and it's what I've done my whole career. I don't ask you to do anything that I myself would not do and lead by example on doing. You know, and hopefully the way you watch me in there, you kind of go, he doesn't look like he's uncomfortable. And I get a lot of comments like that. They're like, you look like you're just so comfortable in that ice. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of am. You get used to that. You get used to getting in the water. It's no big deal. It's all a mind game, guys. Most of life is a mind game. And when you overcome those mental obstacles, you can do and achieve anything you want. I did a reel today with portions of the footage from me being in the ice bath yesterday when I was in the breathing part. And I had Jordan Peterson as a voiceover. If you have not watched that reel yet, go watch the reel. Jordan Peterson's like, you know, most people think we need to be gentle and da-da-da. No, go be a monster. Me getting in that ice bath is me being a monster, and proving to myself that I'm capable, that I'm able, that I can overcome things, that I can accomplish the hard things in life. And you can't possibly take on the hard things in life if you don't put yourself through the hard things. And look, I realize it. If you've never done cold therapy before and you get into a shower and you turn down the cold water temperature, it's going to be a shock to your system. I know. I did it 3 years ago for the first time. And it is a shock to your system. It is something you have to get used to. And here's the thing. You do. You do. And it's like, expose yourself to that kind of stressor. And it's a stressor, just like lifting weights would be a stressor. But what happens when you lift weights and you lift weights and you lift weights and you go progressively heavier and heavier and heavier? You get stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's literally all we're trying to do with these ice baths, with the cold showers, is to make you mentally stronger and more fit and more resilient than you ever thought you could be. All right, let me scroll back to see if anybody had comments. Go. Jimmy says bulletproof coconut. Thank you. Teresa says, I'm taking a deep breath for you. Yeah, so when I first get in the ice, you guys, if you ever watch these live or watch me on the replay, you always see me. First thing I do, I get in fast, number one. So my whole body, all the way up to my vagus nerve, which is right at my neck, kind of my earlobes are touching the water. I get in really fast. And the first thing I do, because my body at that point is going, ah! And so when your body's screaming at you, you've got to calm it. So the first thing I do is pay attention to the breath. Let me tell you what helped with that, by the way. If you've never taken yoga, then you don't understand how focusing on your breath is so important. But if you've ever had a yoga class, yoga can train you very well to do ice baths, to calm yourself for an ice bath. Because the first thing you do in yoga, okay, class, we're going to pay attention to your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to feel the flow of in and out. And so think of that when you're trying to be in a cold shower and you're having that freak out in your brain. Think of the yoga message of focusing on your breath. And that's what I do. The first minute and a half. I think today I had to go about a minute and a half because it was really cold when I first got in. But a minute and a half of just slow, methodical. And that's all I did. And what that does is it relaxes the body, it calms the mind, it slows the heart rate, and it tells your body, you're okay. And I was okay. By the way, the hands, when I'm in there, have gotten better. At first, I mean, it literally felt like thousands of needles were just poking in my hands. Having done this now, this is my 10th day in a row of doing this. Having done this, they're still cold, but I don't feel the prickly anymore. So how about that? That's pretty cool. Now, they still get very cold. They were very numb when I came out of the ice bath. In fact, they're back now. I can feel them pretty good. They're still a little bit cold. My toes, though, they stay cold for a little while, which I've got 2 that are cut open pretty bad. And so maybe the cold would do them some good. But there is a method behind the madness of why I breathe like I do. But thank you for that, Teresa. Linda says, lowered the temperature a bit too much this morning, and I let out a yelp, but I stayed in there. I have to start using a timer. Yeah, the timer is helpful. I thought about playing like the Final Countdown by Europe, because that's right at 5 minutes long, and just like turning it on Alexa over here. That would be a creative way to do it, but I wasn't sure if YouTube would give me a copyright strike or something if I posted the video. So the little timer with the beeper on it will have to do for now. But yes, it's yes, and it's okay. Let out a yelp. Trust me. When you get into cold water, your body has a protective mechanism to make you not want to stay in there. That's a survival mechanism. And so when you push yourself to be in that, it's going to be a shock, especially the first times that you do it. But now you don't see me act any other way other than going right to the breath, calming myself down. You might even notice, I haven't talked about this yet, but when I first get in, I have such a narrow focus with my gaze. I'm like gazing like straight ahead while I'm breathing. I'm such in a zone, in like another place. I'm in the present. I know where I'm at. I know everything, but I just kind of like zone out, go in another place in my mind. And it helps, guys. It helps along with the breath. And after about a minute and a half, I can sit there and start talking to you as if I'm not in 32-degree water. It's pretty cool. I like it. So yes, if you came in late, today is day number 10 of my 365-day ice bath challenge, calling it Jimmy Ice, hashtag Jimmy Ice. And yeah, we're going in every single day this year, guys. It's going to be fun. And I'm excited to talk about all the benefits. I got all year long to talk about it. So as always, if you have questions about this or things that you want me to address in a topic, definitely you can send me a DM over on Instagram at Living Low Carb Man. If you're watching this on the replay somewhere besides Instagram, if you're on Instagram, just click on my little username at the top and it goes right to my page, and then hit the message and leave me a message. Give me your comment. So I want this to be educational. I want it to be fun. I guess it's kind of fun to watch somebody freeze their ass off on camera. So you are getting that benefit. The entertainment value is real. And I always try to bring it, guys. I always try to bring you guys good information. And if you missed any of them, they're all on video. And I'm making reels here on Instagram out of the most important parts. And those have been very well received as well. So thank you for all the feedback you guys have given me on this so far. I am loving it. 10 days in, 355 more days to go. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. We're going to do it. And I definitely want to hear your commentary about how, if you have started doing cold showers or cooler showers or even warm showers, tell me about it. Send me some DMs. I want to hear your story. Because, yeah, that's literally why I'm doing this. I'm trying to inspire people to discover, if you've never done it before, discover the benefits of cold therapy. It could change your life. I don't care what you're doing for diet, keto, carnivore, paleo, hell, even vegan. If you're not utilizing this as a health tool, as an adjunct to that nutrition, this could be something that could add to it. So hopefully I've inspired you a little bit. We'll be back again, obviously, on a daily basis, right around 5 p.m. Eastern time on Instagram Live. Go follow me over there. If you're not watching this on Instagram, go follow me at Living Low Carb Man, LIVIN LOWCARB MAN. And we hope to see you there here this year in 2022. So until then, we'll see you then, guys.